As a pair, we created a documentary based upon cutlery, which we called Tales of Tableware. Cutlery is a previously unexplored topic as we could not find examples of other documentaries solely based on cutlery. The purpose of our documentary is to inform and educate people on the history of cutlery, as well as entertain them, as there is more to cutlery than what we think we already know. Our documentary, therefore, conforms to the Reithian principles: information, education, and entertainment by John Reith. The main product is the documentary, which is made up of 3 different sections. The first section is the history of cutlery, the second, the evolution of dining, and finally, modern day dining. The final section splits off into another narrative strand about unconventional uses of cutlery. Then, we created a print advert and radio trailer for our documentary. We had previously chosen BBC One as our channel, and so the style of our print ad is influenced by BBC One adverts. This channel has the desired target audience for our documentary. The title of the documentary is very important as it helps audiences to make the link between all 3 products. As a result, we use the same title, Tables of Tableware, across all products. Our opening title sequence in our documentary is archived material from the musical Pot of Gold. The song itself is called A Knife, a Fork and a Spoon, and so we used a clip from the chorus to open our documentary. This quirky scene not only reinforces what our documentary will be about, but adds interest and excitement for the rest of the documentary, as it is upbeat and catchy. The black and white old style theme is continued through to our title, which is placed upon a film reel, and the font used is cursive. This fits in with our title of Tales, as it suggests a story is going to be told like in a film. Moreover, the connotations of history are portrayed in this, as the opening title is all in black and white, which reflects our narrative as we explore the history of cutlery in our documentary. Likewise, for the print advert, we position the title of the documentary in the middle of the ad below the logo. This reflects what we have seen in other BBC One adverts. Again, we use the same title, Tales of Tableware, as the advert is advertised in the documentary. At the end of our radio trailer, to conform to the codes and conventions, the voiceover announces the title, date, time, and channel. Again, the title Tales of Tableware is used to reinforce the continuity between all 3 products. For the voiceover of our documentary, we used a middle-aged woman as it is relevant to our target audience, and the voice was clear and used standard English. As a result of using this voiceover for the documentary, we used the same individual to do the voiceover for the radio trailer. This helps improve the continuity between the documentary and radio trailer, as audiences should be able to recognise the voice in both the documentary and radio trailer. The link between the ancillary text is thus strengthened. As our target audience is both men and women over the age of 25, we decided to schedule our documentary on BBC One at 5 p.m. This is because the target audience at this time is similar to our target audience, as our documentary will be scheduled after Antiques Road Trip, so we should hopefully inherit the same audience. Both the radio trailer and print ad are tools used for advertising the documentary, so both include the same channel ident. Our print advert has the BBC One logo in the middle and is quite large. This makes it easily identifiable as people may not have long to look at the advert. Additionally, it also makes it easier for the audience to find out where to find the documentary. In the radio trailer, the channel is announced at the end, so if anything, the listener will remember the channel as it is the last thing they hear. It also reinforces the links between each product. In total, we interviewed 4 experts in their field of work, which all relate to the topic of cutlery. To help with continuity between the documentary and radio trailer, we included sound bites from the interviews in the trailer. We decided to include 3 interesting clips in separate interviews, as we did not want to give away all the information from our documentary in the trailer, otherwise there would be no point in watching it. The familiarity of the clips will give the audience something to look forward to and make it identifiable, as the voice in the radio trailer will also be in the documentary. The main focus of the print advert is the main image. Therefore, it is imperative that it is eye-catching but also portrays the purpose of the documentary and its different themes. First and foremost, the use of cutlery on the advert clearly represents the topic. The pieces are bold and stand out against the background, and so suggest that the focus of the advert is cutlery. As the cutlery is laid out in a traditional manner before dinner, this illustrates that dining will also be explored. As there is double the amount of cutlery on the screen, This is unusual nowadays, suggesting the documentary will go back in time and explore the layout of cutlery compared to modern day, which is evident in the use of modern cutlery in the image. One strand of our narrative is also explored how sometimes cutlery is not used in a conventional manner. In the interview, the interviewee said people use forks instead of spoons, so in our print ad, we made sure to include both forks and spoons. The print advert clearly anchors the topic. It is therefore effective as it clearly advertises the documentary as it is obvious what it is about. We increase the brightness and contrast of the cutlery layer to brighten the pieces and make them stand out more. The brightness of the overall image also connotes a light tone which will be used in the documentary, as the first 5 minutes does not deal with anything negative. Later on in the documentary, phobias of cutlery is explored. However, again, this will be dealt with in a light tone. Exploring a topic that is yet to be explored, our documentary uses a light, insightful tone which goes in depth regarding information about cutlery, as we have found people do not know much about cutlery. This tone is represented in the radio trailer, which uses the same voiceover as in the documentary. Similarly, in the print advert, the slogan used reflects the light tone as it uses a play on words from Once Upon a Time. This suggests that the documentary will not be taxing and easy to watch, but will include interesting, insightful information. As a result, our products will address our target audience, as people do not want to watch heavy, taxing programs. This can also be seen in Antiques Roadshow, which is the programme scheduled on BBC One before our documentary. This show is light but gives the reader valuable information, much like our documentary. The sound bed used in our documentary, a knife, a fork and a spoon from the musical Pot of Gold, features in the title sequence, and an alternate instrumental version is used for our radio trailer. This not only reinforces the topic of cutlery, but also helps engage the audience as the song is happy, upbeat and catchy. Our target audience was males and females over the age of 25. Hopefully, the unusual but appropriate topic for this audience will appeal to them. The knowledge within the documentary is interesting and new to many, thus people want to find out more, and so will watch the documentary to satisfy their curiosity.